Hello everyone, this is a deck tech from Goofrey Gamer. I'm about to show you my mono black deck and what it's capable of. In the 1-drop slot, Tormented Hero. 2-drop, Baleful Eidolon. 3-drop, Read the Bones. Agent of the Fates. I'm only running 2 heroes downfall just because that's what I'm having. Then 4 Night Howler. I like the 4, the play set of each thing because of the consistency. Also, 4-drop Eberos's Emissary and 2 of the Whip of Erebos. I don't feel like I need any more than 2, especially since it's a legendary. I can only have 1 on the field anyway, and for the forecasting cost and 4 to use it, it's not very efficient to cast 1 out of my hand to replace 1. I can't see myself having 12 mana I don't know what to do with to bring something out, cast a new one, then use it again to bring out another creature. 12 mana is hard to come by. I got my Grey Merchant because this is a devotion deck, and then the O'Haran Overlord again for devotion. The Overlord has pulled me out of more tight spots than I care to mention. But how the strategy works is turn 1 Tormented Hero. More than likely, I would hold off on the Baleful Eidolon, especially since with the Agent of Fates, turn 3, turn 4 with the Night Howler, that automatically puts a creature in the graveyard if they have a creature on their field, and then that will give him a +1/+1, which doesn't get him out of removal range, but it does help, especially if I already have a creature in the graveyard, such as the Tormented Hero, or if I had a chance to have a Baleful Eidolon on the field and put one of his creatures in the graveyard, then it's going to be +3/+3 when it comes out. Not only that, the Night Howler on an Eberos's Emissary or vice versa is also a good combo because he gets twice as strong. It'll be a +3 if I use his ability. Also with the Eberos's Emissary while he's on the field, I can use that to put the Overlord or Grey Merchant into the graveyard, then bring him back with the Whip of Erebos. There's been only a few cases where I would hardcast the Overlord for 7, just because it's that much easier to cast him for 4 with the Whip of Erebos. And then he does get the haste and life link as soon as he comes in, and then he leaves so I don't have to sacrifice a creature. So, given that in mind, we run over here to the sideboard. During my matchup, most recent, against the green-red, I should have had this in my sideboard, which would have been the Mogis Marauder, Boon of Erebos, Viper's Kiss, and 4 Pharika's Cures. The Pharika's Cures would have taken out the Voyaging Satyr if I didn't have my Viper's Kiss. The Viper's Kiss does turn the Voyaging Satyr into a 0/1 that cannot use his ability to untap a land, so it pretty much just makes the Satyr useless. They could chump block it, but if they do not, and if I do not give them a chance to chump block, then the Viper's Kiss actually counts towards my devotion. And I didn't know that. Back to the strategy, if I was playing against a mono black deck, I would take out these 4 cards and put in Dark Betrayal, but then I would still keep this package right here. Because of the removal factor, it can take out a lot. Pharika's Cure takes out the Hero, takes out the Eidolon. In most cases, it can take out the Night Howler. In any case, it can take out the Agent of the Fates. Not only that, but if I have a Bestow creature on Agent of the Fates, I can use Pharika's Cure as another activator. So not only can I take out one of their creatures, but I will also gain 2 life from it. Dark Betrayal is pretty straightforward. In a control matchup, I would pretty much just side in a Disciple of Phoenix, the 3 Disciple of Phoenix, and I would probably take out the Eberos's Emissary, just because when I do get creatures on the field, I want them to stay there, and then they're going to be wiping constantly, so I don't want to have any creatures out of my hand more than necessary. I do have 2 Mogis Marauders in my sideboard. That's just for a creature match. If I was going to be playing a heroic deck, I would side in my removal package slash activator package for my Agent of the Fates, and really against a heroic deck, the only thing I can do is get Agent online at turn 3, because more than likely turn 4, turn 5, they have enough enchantments running on one creature, or they have Aqueous Form on a creature, and I just have a really hard time dealing with it, especially if it is a Fabled hero. As soon as we get an activator on him, he's a 3/3, and that puts him out of range of the Farika's Cure, unless I put a Viper's Kiss on him as well. But then again, at turn 3, if I had the mana and an Agent of the Fates, I wouldn't try and remove him. I would still just try and Viper's Kiss on my Agent of the Fates. I can only do that the one time, but it still counts as an activator. And if I do have a Night Howler or a Baleful Eidolon or an Eberos's Emissary on him, then it doesn't really matter. And how I do have the Bestow creatures set up is that the Night Howler is for 4, the Eidolon is for 5, and the Eberos's Emissary is for 6. So it would go turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 with the Agent, turn 4 with the Night Howler, turn 5 again with the Eidolon, turn 6 with the Eberos's Emissary, and if I had the mana, turn 7 for the Overlord, or put down the Whip of Erebos and bring him out anyway. I am running 25 lands with 2 temples. I would have 4 temples, but I only have the 2 because I am a budget player, and all of these cards are under a ticket except for the Hero's Downfall. The first one I had won in a draft, and the second one I had bought outright after trading in a Master of the Waves because I don't like playing blue. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below, and you'll have a wonderful evening.